in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready. 15 on it. 15 on it. Set, rotate.
This is the former Spartan from San Jose, Tyler Irvin. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. A 2nd down carry for Irvin. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, Bridgewater. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
On the ready. Greystone, travel. Come, baby. Woo!
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground. Or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Ready, break. Protein spill. I'm going to run you. Oh, hey, wahoo. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist, twist. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl. X3, 218, chopper. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Shoot.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Rush in.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check nine. Shoot.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Get ready.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Look at the big man rumble. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. the play fake. Bridgewater. He's got him in. Complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. These two teams all tied after one. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
Set up, 30 base. General West. 5.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Past the 20. He's got Fuller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
You got nothing.
Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Richardson. 27 yards there, a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Get that ball. He's coming. Let's go.
Now a carry for Bernard. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill rolling to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's David Long, the rookie from Michigan, who picked it. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play fake. Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Go. 51 to Mike.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
81.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. His throw caught right around the 6. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And again, it's Bridgewater. Being chased out left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Out of the gun, Irvin. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Check 13.
Switch. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
On 3rd and goal, Irvin. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyler Irvin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. After the penalty, it's Mixon. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Bernard. And an alley to run. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Set, 30 base.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Switch it. What? Squeeze. Do. Let's go.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. Flushed out right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Za'Darius Smith. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Rashawn Gary, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And caught by Henry. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. So the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
It caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now Joe Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Brings up 2nd down at the 17-yard line.
18 Gator. Oh, here we go. Oh, kill.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Ready? 80 weapons. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Tannehill.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
He wants the mic. Hey, he wants the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up second and a yard at the Broncos' 18-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Shotgun handoff to Irvin. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Hey, let's go.
Leo.
Shift.
Get it.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Look at me. Go. Now.
Again, it's Mixon.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And the Broncos' first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mixon with a first down carry.
That's a what?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, lock it.
Check 24.
Now it's Mixon running right. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd down, Bernard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, baby! Woo!
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
To the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Pilot, 64, weak. 5. Rush in. 2.
Here we go on fourth. Tannehill under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Slant route caught by Edelman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Bridgewater. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Tannehill. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing here, Bridgewater. Wide open, Julian Edelman. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. He completes it to Henry. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Bridgewater on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Back to Mixon on first down. Room here to run. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run the counter. Mixon, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he fires one incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Bridgewater here to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, Irvin. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Right back to Irvin. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Chiefs, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for